So in the data wrangling process, we normally you have to collect the raw data from the various source. After that, this raw data we have to convert into the structural format, and if you convert into the structural format, we can see the lots of unnecessary, unuseful data. So we have to convert all the unnecessary data into the useful and the quality data, and after that uh, will feed data for the future purpose or for a machine learning purpose. So the goal of the data wrangling is to represent the quality and the useful data. So here in the data wrangling process, normally these steps are about discovering, structuring, cleaning, enriching, validating, publishing. The discovering means first we have to identify from where we have to get the data. Then after collecting the data, downloading the data, you have to convert the data into the structured format. If unstructured data is there, you have to convert the data into unstructured format. Then this unstructured data have to clean it there, because there will be lots of data which will not be in some columns and rows will be there will be no data. We have to remove those data, or we have to add some based on the statistics we have to add the values in those columns. So data cleaning is also required. If noisy data is there, we have to remove the noisy data. Then data enriching means we have to after that we have to ensure that the data there will be proper space for handling those data. Then data validation, if that noisy data or if any data which is not relevant to the other data, we have to validate that thing. Then we have to publish, we have to save the data for future purpose. So these are the steps involved. Apart from that, after data collection, the data cleaning already I told, the handling the missing value, if duplicate values are there, if any errors are there, you have to deal with those things. If inconsistent data or noisy data is there, so you have to remove those things, or you have to process those things. After that, data transformation. Data transformation means in case suppose if you have some data, you need to normalize those data. From those data, you need to convert into the binary data or normalization. And suppose age are there, and then you have to calculate the some normalization for that, or speed is there and normalization you want to do. If temperature ranges are there, you want to do convert into the binary format the temperature data. So lots of data transformation you can do. These are the processes called the data transformation. And if we have the multiple call data set, and you have some common key for those data set, you can sometimes you need to merge those data set. And after the data reduction, if the any relevant data is not there, then you can remove those data for improve the efficiency or for improve the quality of the data set. Data validation, that again the if anomalies are there, if any errors are there, you have to validate whether this error and anomaly is the really error or it is related to your data set only. This you have to check also. So these are the all the steps are involved under the data wrangling process, where you can use the fraud detection. If you want to deal the data science for fraud detection, you have to identify the fraud detection, you have to deal the data set, and for that the data wrangling is also required. And the customer behavior analysis, you have some data where you have to analyze the customer behavior. For data, for those cases also you can use the data wrangling process. These are the some tools are used for data wrangling process, for killing the data, for data preparation, data transformation. These are the some Excel. The Power Query is also there for data wrangling. Open Refine, Tabula. There is this is one kind of the tool for all the data types. Google Data Prep is a process for exploring and for cleaning and preparing the data. Data Wrangler, there is one process. The plotting for visualizing, the for charting, for mapping the data. So these are the some common tools for importing the data, structuring the data, and cleaning the data. So benefits, so we can get a consistent data, proper visualization we can get for if you convert it into the quality of the data. So if you visualize those data, you can get a more idea, more decision from the data, and the cost efficiency. These are the benefits if you do the data wrangling. Improve data quality, reduce the error. Better decision means if you visualize properly, then you can take a better decision, so that automatically it can save time for the data scientist, so it can increase the efficiency. And the data integration is also possible. Multiple data sets you can integrate for identifying the deeper insight, identifying the more thing about the data set. Data accuracy is also more if you do the data wrangling process. So these are the some benefits for data wrangling. So first, so now I'll discuss about the what is the data cleaning, data transform, and data merging. Okay, so under the data merging, you can there are the various types. So I'll discuss the types of the data merging. I'll wind up this session. Data cleaning, that means if you have the missing value, or if you have the duplicate value, or if you have the some data which is not relevant to your all the data. So these three are under the data cleaning. So for that you have to clean the data. Either you have to remove the data, or you have to put some value corresponding to those missing value. Okay, or if you do duplicate data, you have to remove. You have to don't consider the duplicate data. Inconsistent data you have to check, and you have to apply some statistics for filling or replacing the inconsistent data. And the if missing values are there, you cannot remove the this corresponding column and the value. This I'll tell why you cannot remove this thing. You have to fill those missing values based on some statistic, mean, median, mode. You have to fill, or the based on the frequency of the value you have to put those column. Data transforming, so from the one data to, if so you want to create one column, you want to put some value in that column which is relevant to your existing column. Okay, so some mathematics operation you are doing, some kind of the operation you are doing on the existing column, and what are the new value you are getting, you are putting the new value in a one more column. This concept is also called the feature engineering or applying function. So this is called the data transformation. The date format is there, you want to change the date format, the data format is there, the continuous to categorical you want to convert. So these are the data transformation process. Merging means, this I have already told, you want to combine the horizontal merging, also you can do vertical merging, also you can do. For vertical merging, normally used to do the concatenated, and the horizontal merging, there will be the left join, right join, and the inner join. What are the these things I will discuss. Suppose how you can do the data cleaning. Suppose you have created a one data set, the name, under name you have the alias Bob none. This is the one value none. Okay, so this is blank. Okay, the third row is the blank, then David. Then again in the each column 25, none, 30, 40 is there. Again under the city, New York, Paris, London, none. So that means you have one name column, the name, alias, B, then blank, then David. Under the each column, you have 25, then blank, then 30, then 40. You have another column city. Under city, you have New York, you have Paris, you have London, and nothing is there. So that means in this is a blank, this is a blank, and this is a blank, right? So if you want to remove the blanks, that means you can, if you want to remove this below, this corresponding column row will be deleted. If row wise if you are deleting, this corresponding row will be deleted, this corresponding row will be deleted, and this corresponding row will be deleted. Only this row will be there. So you cannot directly remove the data. Okay, so if you remove the data, it will be like row wise or it will be column wise. If you want to delete the column wise, so in each column you have the missing values, that means all the column will be deleted. So you cannot do that directly, you cannot delete directly. So if you if you write the, suppose there is a new df, okay, df underscore clean is equal to df dot drop, and if you write, so that means all the column will be deleted. Okay, so this is not the proper process. If you have the huge amount of row and column, and if you have the one, two column and rows are there, which is there like that, that time you can directly use the drop and So otherwise you cannot use the drop NA. So there is a first option for eliminating the data. This is drop NA. This is the second option, filling the missing value with default. Suppose the name is equal to unknown. So that means if the name here, the black space, you can write as unknown. Okay, you don't know the name of that corresponds. So but age and the city, you know that name. So this the name column, you can wherever you can see the NA, you can put the unknown. Okay, name column you have to put unknown wherever you are filling NA. Wherever I am seeing NA, I am filling those. Name colon unknown. Age colon df within bracket age dot mean. That means the age, the mean of the age I am doing, and that mean I am putting into the blank space. Okay, that means the age column I am filling with the mean of the all the age. Df did that column, I am calling that column dot mean. So I am doing the mean operation and I am putting the value for corresponding blank space. Similar way, the city, under city column also you can fill the unknown. Here also you can fill the unknown. So in this way you can do the data cleaning process. Now I come to the data transformation. Data transformation, from the existence data you can convert into the different category. From continuous data you can convert into the category. Suppose I have the age columns are there, or the continuous values are there. So if age is less than suppose 30, that young. So if whatever ages are the 20, 25, 30. So for under 25, under 30, 20, 20, 30, all are considering I am as a young age. Medium, so 30 to 40 I am considering as a old, like this way. Okay, so in this categorical value I am storing in a one more column, that is age underscore category is equal to df, the my age column I am applying some function on the age column. Okay, so dot apply, I am using the apply. This those you have studied the NumPy, you know that dot apply, I am using some function which I am applying on the particular column. Dot apply within bracket. So if you want to write the 2-3 line of instruction in a single line, for that a lambda function is used. So within bracket lambda x colon young if x less than 30. If my age is the x I am considering as age. If my x is less than 30, then the x will be considered as young. Otherwise, it will be old, considered as old. Okay, so if you want to write without lambda function, there will be 2-3 set of instruction. Okay, so even this the same line you can write the x colon y. Your x will be young when your x is less than 30, else your x will be old. Okay, so if you want to write in a single line, you have to use the lambda function, and that entire operation you want to apply on the each column. So that's why you have to write dot apply, then within bracket you have to write the entire set of instruction. Then you can create a age category column where corresponding to age value, the categorical value will be stored into the age column. Okay, this is the one data transformation, and another is the changing data type. Okay, so if the df_h.s data type, if the fault value is there in the under the each column, that or fault value also will be converted into the integer. So after the decimal it will not consider. Okay, if 0.25 point something is there, it will be directly considered as a 25. So as type int means all the data type will be converted into the int. That will be applicable in the for same column I am doing. I am not creating any other column. The same column I want to do the operation. That's why here I have written age. Here I have written age. Renaming, for renaming df dot rename, any column you want to rename, so df dot rename, you have to mention the old column and the new column, the name colon full name. So old column will be changed into the new column name. Creating new columns, df.assign also you can do, or in other way also you will tell later. So df.assign the age square, this is a one column. So age, if a column is there, if you want to double square the age column, it will be, you will get a different value. That value I am storing in a age underscore square column. So that I want to incorporate it into the same df data frame. So df.assign the new column name is equal to, what will be the value for new column name, that you have to write after equal to. Okay, so using the assign operator you can create the new column. These are the, like this so many operations are there. So how can you combine the data set within inner using inner joint, left joint, outer joint, right outer joint, full outer joint? This I will discuss in the next lecture. Okay.